Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Some Gore Podcast. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm Brian, and I know why Tim's laughing already. He's already got a pun ready to shoot out because
No, I'm not.
we need to prepare you because we're doing the movie Primate, and so you know Tim and I. I apologize in advance for the unrealistic amount of puns that you will hear tonight, probably.
Like, monkeys are such a ripe,
Yes.
such a ripe subject for puns. That was
Yeah,
not that was not intended,
I
actually.
know
But
that. Well, I mean, I just hope you all have the appetite for it, today because it's just going to be a lot.
yes, yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Uh,
But yes, of course, we're doing the movie Primate. I was really excited to see this one because, like, this one came out of nowhere for me. I didn't get a chance to see it in the theater. I like killer animal movies, and so I was really looking forward to this one. And then I was listening to Colors of the Dark, which is one of my favorite other horror podcasts with Dr. Rebecca McKendry, and
it's
she loved this one. So I was like, I've got to see this.
Yeah,
And
and
then I
see, I
found out it was
didn't
streaming.
want to see it. Not that I don't like killer animals. I don't like killer pet turned into movies. So it's like when Tim said that,
Yeah.
I'm like McKendry, like 'cause she like a Newman because she got me like I was
Yes.
not gonna watch this. Just not because it didn't scare me. I just hate the emotional thing is too much for me. Especially if you're a pet owner, you don't want to see your pet change. But we'll get into all that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
our
We'll get into
in our
that.
main discussion there. When we
Here we go with our first chop. All right, Brian. I had nothing this week because all I've been doing is watching cult documentaries that
Oh
mostly
no.
Steve sent me because he like every time a cult documentary comes on, Steve sends me a notice about it, and then I go immediately watch it. So I've been watching. The one I'm watching now is I can't remember. It's like the false prophet or something. It's about this guy that is a Mormon, and he like kind of takes over, but there's like a lot of it's really bad. It's like a lot of polygamy, a lot of child abuse,
Mm.
but what's neat about it is this woman infiltrates the Mormons and tries to like bring this guy
Oh.
down from the inside. So it's been really
And
entertaining.
that's a doc. It's a true documentary,
That's a
like
true
full on.
documentary.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
okay.
not a movie. Yeah, so I've been
Oh,
watching
okay.
a lot of cult documentaries, a lot of like
You and
true crime
Julie, I
stuff.
swear to God, you guys are so on the same
Yeah.
list, which makes me feel a little better if you guys, if
Yes.
you guys ever get like pulled off out of society because of your love of cult documentary. At least you'll know somebody.
Well, Olivia does too, so she'll have another
Oh,
friend
okay.
there.
So
So
great. I'll be
yeah,
left alone by
yeah,
myself.
yeah. Olivia loves true crime stuff.
Wonderful.
Like
No,
when
I don't.
we
I don't mind watching it. I just don't like seek it out. Like Julie literally will be watching one every day. I come home and like,
Well, Olivia, I'll tell you, when we were dating, Olivia would literally we'd go to the bookstore as part of our because we're both nerds, and like if we were on our dates, we a lot of times we'd go to the bookstore, and I would always find her. She'd wander off, and I'd go find her, and she'd be in the true crime section looking for the crime scene photos.
oh my God.
So she'd be like flip right to the photo part of it. I was like, she swears she would have been like a detective, like in another life, like a
I
forensic
could totally see her
person.
doing it, like being
Yeah.
on like Criminal Minds or something
Oh,
like
she would
that.
have
Like her,
loved it. She loves that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
But I
she's
love
not.
that that was a green flag for you and not a red flag.
Yeah,
That's the best part of that story.
yeah. I was into horror, so I was like, oh, I like this.
I
Yeah,
mean, I guess as long as the book she was reading wasn't like how to kill the guy you're dating,
yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, I
You're
mean,
probably pretty safe.
yes, I'm stating for the record if something ever happens to me.
Yes, yeah, we know where to look, and I'll send Julie to investigate.
Yes. Oh
She'll,
my
but yeah,
gosh.
because I know Julie wouldn't harm Olivia. I mean, Olivia wouldn't harm Julie. They're buddies,
No,
so
they're
they'll
buddies.
be
Yeah.
okay. But But yeah, no, yeah, it's so funny because like you two, like the same thing. Like every time Cone says whether the documentary is like, I don't even before I can even tell Julie she's got it on the TV, which is crazy. And to out Cone is
Yeah, I
hard.
know it's hard because he is
He's
like
like,
he knows everything that's everything about everything that's coming out or is about to come out or that's on sale or that's. I mean, he's right there.
yeah, I don't like his algorithm must be like this top secret database. Well, I mean, I know it is real is whatever he, his work, like he does have like he does statistics and stuff like that. So he sees a lot of areas. He probably knows where to find this stuff. But yeah, I remember he used to be like the like when I was in college, like it was the funniest thing because I had met Cone through my best friend Mark, and he was like he had met Cone when they went to Hofstra together, and they were talking, and he's like, "You got to meet this guy Cone." And when I met him, when I went back to visit, Cone and I became friends, and I was obviously I was still out there, but like he would send me like bootleg movies, and he would find out about all this stuff, and that was before really you had like kind of like email was not a big
Yeah.
thing yet. So you'd get like it would be like a phone call and he'd like, so can you imagine like not talking to Cohn for like a week and then getting all the information he's uncovered.
The
And
analog
thank God
cone.
that was before the internet boom, because he was limited himself to what he could get. But it was like trade paperback magazines or
It's
stuff.
like having an AI assistant that knows everything that you'd be interested in and just like pings
He
it to your
is.
phone. It's
Like
so
he'd be
cool.
the best. Imagine like ask
Yeah.
Cone. He
Yeah.
like it'd be great. We need to. That's what we need to do. We need to like digitize Cone. He's probably listening to this now. He goes, "Guys, what are you talking about?" You know. But no, I think we need to digitize him into like a
Yes.
like they had Ask Jeeves, or they had the
Yes.
little like what's that other thing that like that pilot thing that pops up on Windows now that
Yeah,
drives you
Copilot.
crazy. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Cone was like the little Clippy before it was like
Oh, Cone
Clippy.
Pilot. Cone Pilot.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just. I think we need to create that. You know.
Oh my
Poor,
gosh.
I know, like
Poor
Steve doesn't have
thing.
enough to
I
worry
know.
about on with his busy life, and now we're giving him another task to like tell everybody in the world, and we just like tap into his brain, right? We just hook him
Yeah.
up and
Yeah.
give him an AI chip in there that
He also
like
makes me spend a lot of money though.
he
That's
does.
the problem.
I have never met somebody that will induce spending more than Cone. Why he is not the number one advertiser in the world? Like not company, just him.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like literally, I could go like there's times when I'm like, when budget is like, cause I make myself a budget, and I try not to go over it. And it's sure as hell that last day of when my budget's gonna clear, Cone hits me with some kind of thing. He's like, "Did you see this limited edition set? It's only $700, or something."
You're
And
like,
he
damn it,
means
Cone.
well. I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't do it maliciously. At least I don't think so. Unless there's
No.
just he's got this secret drinking
He's
game with
and
all
he's
the.
not holding a gun to your head. It's just that
No, he's not.
he
He
just
just
knows
makes
exactly what you
he
want.
makes it sound appealing. That's why he's like that personal like pilot. Like, like
He's
if you
like
had a
the
Palm Pilot, you had a pocket cone and and
he's like the devil in needful things. Like you go into there, he knows
it's
exactly what you need,
he does.
and you can't
It's
resist
crazy.
buying it.
It does. I one of these days I want to take like inventory in the things that I own that like had been cone inspired, and it's probably ridiculous. Like I mean, it's probably like
Like it's like half that shelf behind you.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, okay, I will say like that the monolith itself might have taken over Cone itself to grab stuff. Like the other day, I bought like, and this is not Cone because I discovered this one before he did rarely, and I think it's because of the podcast. We get like the horror algorithm maybe
Yeah.
getting faster than him, but I bit the bullet and bought that Universal Curiosity set. Even though there's a couple of movies I have, I think it's like Son of or Bride of not Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's son or Son of
It's
Frankenstein.
not Abbott and Costello beat
No,
Frankenstein. Is it?
thankfully there's no Abbott and Costello, but there's like 45 movies in this thing and a hardcover book. And I think we mentioned this on the show, that really cool store Orbits DVD that's
Mhm.
not too far from you. And they thankfully had it on pre-order, and I missed their pre-order window, so I emailed them, and just to show another good company, sure as day, they went and they sent me an email. I actually had a chat with them on an online chat, and they said, "Oh yeah, no, we'll have extra. We're gonna probably put it up again for order soon." And then I also saved it on there, and I got an email the other day like, "Okay, it's words more available if you want to pre-order." So
You know what's really cool about them? They sell used Blu-rays
they
online.
do. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
So
Oh.
you can actually buy used ones, which is not a bad, get them significantly cheaper. And I'm sure they're in perfectly good condition. So
Yeah, because Blu-rays don't like scratch. Like
no,
VHSs were always a dicey thing to get a used VHS. I don't know how many times I got it, and like, like no matter what kind of tracking you had on the VCR, could not, it was like,
yeah,
you just couldn't do anything. But yeah, Blu-rays are one of the things I don't mind buying used if I have to. I mean, I haven't really bought many in a while because I think I don't give them a chance to get used.
yeah,
Buy them too fast. But yeah, I had to buy that Universal set. It just
that's
looked too
cool.
cool with all the stuff in it. And it had like these movies, and like that's the thing that'll be like a project when I get that. I think they pushed the release date back. I think it's like June something. But when I get that, I feel like that's gonna be something I have to like deep dive into and like start watching each movie and all that's featured. It comes with like 10 lobby cards and stuff, which will be cool.
I've been really tempted to get back into Blu-rays. I haven't bought any in a long time, but I've just slowed down on record buying so much. Like I've really slowed down on record buying because I just don't have the space and I don't have the really the time to really, you know, listen to everything that I'm buying at the rate I'm buying it. So I
Those
was like,
like me with
sort of like, so it's like
I
this
can relate.
reverse.
At
Yeah,
least
it's
you
like,
could listen and do something
yes.
else. Like I can't like I gotta like focus.
Well,
Like
true. But yeah, it's been hard. I've been like, man, I haven't been buying a lot of records lately. But I was like, oh man, I keep seeing these cool Blu-ray sets and stuff, and I'm like, man, that would be cool to get back into. But I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared to get open up another
yeah,
Pandora's box there.
I mean, you don't. For you, I think the way you would be able to ease back in is just instead of buying like crazy like I do, just buy those sets you like, because then it's
Yeah,
like like the Eurocrypt. I think you have the first one, right? Grab the other two
yeah.
or something
Well,
on a
what I want to
sale.
do, what I really want to do, is I want to catch up on the backlog, which I'm not that far behind. Like I could probably catch up on my Blu-ray backlog in a year, if I really dedicated to it.
Then you could
But
start mine.
yeah, I think the biggest problem is my Blu-ray player's upstairs on the big TV,
Mm.
and it's a lot of effort to go up there and watch a movie, and also that TV gets taken up a lot by Olivia and the kids.
Mm.
So if I had a way to watch Blu-rays like in my office,
But are
I
you
think
looking for that thing, right? The
yeah,
Blu-ray
I
drive.
was thinking of getting like a Blu-ray drive just so I could watch them on the computer. So I think if I did that, I could like blow through my backlog in no time. So I think I'm gonna go revisit that because I think if I did that, I would make some significant headway, especially with those Outer Limits and Twilight Zone sets where you're
Yeah.
like just watching episodes. Yeah, because I definitely need to do something to get some more use out of that
Yeah, and
collection.
remember, there's some that if they don't come with the digital copy, there's that disc to digital, the Voodoo. I know
Yeah,
I'm never calling it Fandango at home. I will call it Voodoo until they
you've convinced
physically
me.
stop
I
me.
was trying to say Fandango at home, but then you were like, "No, I'm not doing that." And I was like, "You know
Yeah.
what? I respect that, and I'm going to follow your lead. I'm
Yes.
not going to call it that either."
Yeah. Cone does it too. Cone's like, and Cone is, as we just mentioned, he's the whisper in your ear. So he will correct you like remotely if he has to. It's Voodoo. And the funny thing, we both agreed though. We said like we even like type it into the browser Voodoo and it redirects to Fandango. So we're like, and we're gonna continue to do that until it stops
Until they
redirecting
break it.
us. Yeah, until they break that link, which
It's such a
eventually they will.
stupid name, Fandango at home.
I don't even understand
Fandango itself is a stupid name.
yeah, like I don't want it like, and it was fine when you could like Fandango out of your house. I don't want a Fandango in my house. It's like I don't even know what it means. And it's just weird. I don't. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess because they took fan. Ooh, fan. Like I don't know what the dango part is, but
Fandango. Yeah,
yeah,
what,
I, know.
it's got to
I
mean
know it's a
something.
word. There was a movie Fandango that used to be on HBO years ago when I was younger, but
I'm gonna
I
look
don't
it
know
up
what.
right here. On live on air, I'm looking up
Live. Let's
Fan.
get looked at.
Oh, it's a lively Spanish dance for two people. Or here's the better definition: a foolish or useless act or thing. So they literally named their company after a foolish or useless act or thing.
Well, based on some of the movies I've purchased through them, I that might work. That might be accurate for me at
Like
least.
neither one of those definitions
Yeah.
is a good name for your company.
No, it's not. It's like
Like, because it has
like
nothing to do with
it's like
Spanish dancing.
I know. Why did you name it like Moron Incorporated, or something like that? Seems like
But
you could
voodoo
have
was
named it
cool because it was like voodoo, like kind of
Voodoo.
spooky.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not sure what that meant either, but I don't care because it was sounded cool. It's like
It sounded like voodoo, like
yeah.
voodoo. You
I mean, I know
do
it's
do what?
spelled differently. Like I'm sure there was a reason why they named it that though. VUDU. Like it was something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
honestly, the best, most accurate name for any streaming service is probably Movies Anywhere. That's like it's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Well, Netflix makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Internet
Netflix too.
movies.
Yeah,
Netflix. Yeah.
yeah, but it didn't in the beginning when it was like you couldn't watch it on like
Well, that's true. Yeah.
online. But I guess it was because you could order it online at one point. I don't know. That's
They
yeah,
they lucked into that. They lucked into the fact that you could eventually stream
yeah, like
with their
because
name.
they already had that. They already had you, and like
It's
you
like
were
their name
like
actually makes more sense than it did when they started it.
yeah, like I can. It's kind of funny. Like there's other ones too, like there's a Momentu and like Fossum. It's like these streaming service names. There's another one of our topics. Remember that thing we wanted to do with the rankings?
Yes,
Like
streaming
what was it
service
called?
ranking.
What was it called? The levels, the
The
tiers, or whatever.
tiers. Yeah, the
That's what
tiers.
we'll do. We'll do tier service name, like streaming service names. That should be
Yes.
one. That's it.
That
That's kind of that.
uh,
Maybe that should even be the first one. That's an easy
okay.
start.
I like that
Okay, I
one.
think we got it. Okay, good. See, look at
That would
this.
be great
You
for
guys hear
YouTube.
so many of the best ideas, You think like it comes up like we're in this big think tank behind the
Yeah.
scenes, and really most of it comes out here, like
Yeah.
on the show. We're not that
Oh,
dedicated
no.
afterward. No, I'm just kidding. We are, but yeah, but like a lot. Seriously, most of our ideas like develop like live on the air.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I guess we should probably get into our first shop. We haven't even got there yet, and we were like rambling forever
Hey, at least we
on
didn't bring up Taco
things.
Bell. Yeah, we're.
No, but that might come up because that Mexican pizza ad I saw that starts like next
Ooh, I
week. Did you
can't
see
wait.
that?
I
The
can't
Cantina
wait.
Mexican
I
pizza.
love
Oh,
I love anything Cantina. Their
yeah,
Cantina thing is the best thing they ever did. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I went on to talk about it.
I
Their
know.
Cantina menu is the best thing Taco Bell has done in a decade.
Yes,
I'm saying it right now.
it is. It is that Cantina chicken is like such a good flavor. Oh,
It's
yes, I
great.
like it. I like
Everything
it.
Cantina is awesome, and now they got a
Mm,
Cantina Mexican pizza. I'm like,
yes,
oh,
which
come
I
on,
will.
like just
And
shut up and take my
you're
money.
if you're an app, you use the Taco Bell app, you get it 2 days early.
I do use the Taco
So
Bell app.
yeah, okay, yeah. So we do too. So yeah, so you'll get it 2 days early actually. So
Ooh.
you could be canteening while people are like still like looking at their watches and counting down. Although I expect most Taco Bell maniacs like us and Allie, uh,
Yeah,
probably are all app users because like
yeah.
when you can get Taco Bell at your fingertips, yeah, that's just it's a perfect mix. So over the weekend, Julie has this friend of hers that she knows back from high school days. And it's funny, I met this guy years ago at this bar called Seven Stars when it was its old location. And that kind of like all ties together with this thing. I don't remember how much like Julie's like, you don't remember? You were freaking out at all the Star Wars stuff and the action figures. I'm like, I really don't remember that. I said, but it was years ago. I think it was like after her reunion. So like her high school reunion. So it was like there was a lot of people I was meeting. It was like in the so it was a lot going on. So I probably and did it was like I can't even remember. It was like 12 years ago now, something like that, or third, whenever, or no, maybe it was longer. I don't know. Whenever I remember Superstorm Sandy was in New York, so whenever that was, that's when it was. So maybe like 2012, 2013. I don't. But anyway, so what happened is this bar, I guess, was trying to look for a better space all this time, and then COVID hit, and so then they like everything with COVID it just killed small businesses, but they were finally found a location in downtown Campbell, which is right, which I found, which is this is now dangerous, is right around the corner from my float place. So I can see myself going from float to go to this place to have a drink. All their drinks are named pretty much based off of Star Wars. It's now like
Oh,
total
cool.
like 95% Star Wars bar. It's really cool. They have like they have the I've been out deviled egged by this place. They made this deviled egg thing. It was like insane. It's got um like this like caviar eggs on it and like this
Oh my gosh,
sauce. It was
fancy.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their drinks are really good. And so I'll post some pictures on our Instagram from when I went there. But anyway, Julie's friend Lon runs this company. It's with Thanks But No Thanks Productions, and he creates what he has as AFAM, which is action figure action movie. So it's kind of like Robot Chicken, and
Yeah.
he was premiering. He did this, and it's funny because I like a couple weeks ago when I went to that toy show. He did the video for the commercial for that toy show using all the action figures, which was really cool. And so he was premiering his new commercial, which was essentially like a commercial for this bar that we're at because he knows the owners. And so he did it with Star Wars like figures where it's like this like the figures were looking for a place to go and they end up at this bar. So it was really cool how he did it. And what was even better is not only did he premiere the video, but then he went through and he was showing slides and videos and how he created it. And I was talking to him because he does like a lot of like these like paints these sets and action and different figures to look different. And I was telling him I actually mentioned you. I'm like, yeah, you got to come on our show because you can commiserate with Tim because I know he paints his like does the figure painting for
Yeah.
like the your board games and stuff. So he definitely we're gonna reach out to him. He's definitely gonna come on, but you got to check out his YouTube. So it'll be so just look up Thanks But No Thanks Production on Instagram, and you'll be able to go to his YouTube. And he has the commercial I just spoke about. I think it's gonna hit the as probably by the time you hear this, it'll be up there. And you see some of his other cool videos. He has like I think he has a GI Joe one on there. So it's really cool. He just like I mean he was like saying even joked about it. He's like, oh yeah, I know it might not be as good as Robot Chicken. Honestly, it's as it's as good as if not better some of these things he does. And it was really neat how he showed us, like he literally made this Millennium Falcon cockpit, and he was telling us how he got the like the Chewbacca figure he put in didn't fit, so they had to like cut his legs off and then redo everything. And it was really cool how he did like the
I
behind the
love
scenes
seeing, yeah,
stuff.
the behind the scenes stuff is cool. I love
Yeah,
seeing
so
that.
if you look at his Instagram, he has some stills from it too. He does show that, and he has some cool things. And then even cooler is he did some trivia and some Star Wars trivia. I kind of knew all of them except one, which I just couldn't think of it. Like it was a thing. But I won a Kylo Ren figure, and then Julie answered a question. I'm giving her 100% credit, even though she always says I gave her the answer. But well, the legend is that Julie got this and won me this really cool Empire Strikes Back like classic poster. Um,
Yeah.
thing, and it was I'll give you the question. The question I don't know the exact verbiage, but it was like, who was the band leader that was featured in the Saturday Night Live sketch with Nick the Lounge Singer when he sang Star Wars? You know that Star Wars. If I
Oh
should vote.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so Julie got that answer right, and that's what got me the poster. The one that I didn't get was the one about like who was like there was this character. I don't know if you remember because you're a comic book guy. So you remember the original Star Wars comics that came out in like
Hmm.
the 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s. There was that rabbit character.
Oh, I don't know if because
Yeah,
I never read all of those. I do have, they are on Marvel Unlimited though. If you have that subscription, you can read all the old Star
yeah. I
Wars.
let me pull this up. Uh it was like I for some reason I kept wanting to say um like Dexter Jetster because that was the one from I think, and then I was thinking of that Usagi Yojimbo
Yeah, from Ninja
from
Turtles.
Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, and I could just not think of the guy's name. It was Jackson T. Tubaraki.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. If you need
Yeah,
that for Star Wars trivia, it's in your pocket
yeah.
now.
So that was a good one, and I like knew it had two names to it, but I couldn't. And now I can't remember the one I answered the question to, but it was like it was something that was like it was like for Star Wars. Oh, I know. Now, how did I forget this? It was so easy. He goes, "What was the Star Wars the first Star Wars parody famous Star Wars parody with characters like Ham Salad and whatever I forgot what the other character he named. It was Hardware Wars. So that one I
Yeah.
knew. So I get that's what won me the Kylo Ren figure because I went in. They had like a little bag. Then I got a really cool T-shirt because their T-shirts for the bar are like in like the Star Wars fonts and everything.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, this is cool. So anyone in the Bay Area, if you go to Campbell downtown Campbell, check out Seven Stars Bar and Grill. It's
That
really
sounds
cool.
cool.
Great food. Really good drinks. They have some good beers on tap. Really cool and tons of cool stuff. Like he's got his like action figure collection up on there. So there's like all the cool Star Wars figures are up there, and they have a lot of things. They have like a neat thing you can stick your head in and look like Han Solo and Carbonite. And so it's
Oh,
really like
cool.
yeah, it's really a fun
That's
place.
fun.
I highly recommend that to any Star Wars fans in the area.
Very nice. And for our horror news, our good
Yes.
friend Emily has a new song and video that we've seen called "Falling in Love with Someone Who Only Exists at Night." And I'll tell you, I love the vibes of her music,
Yeah.
which I'd always tell her the same thing every time she sends it to us. But it's got this cool like '80s retro dark wave
Yeah.
feel to it, and I love that kind of music. And I even love that there's some like dark wave modern dark wave bands that are trying to emulate that kind of that sound, and I love that too. It's so cool to hear that in a modern song, and her videos are like perfectly for matched for that kind of
Yeah.
music. It's so good.
Yeah. No, she did, and just the coloring of it, the lighting of it, the set pieces she has to in there. It's just really cool. It's so funny because like all of a sudden like we didn't expect her, and all of a sudden she's got like these two awesome songs and videos that came
Yeah.
out, and so like so yeah, definitely check that out. You can check it out on her YouTube page, and if you follow her on Instagram, she has links to it and stuff too. So definitely check that out and support our good friend Emily. And you can buy her songs on iTunes and anywhere you buy your music. So of course I bought that right away. Had
Yep.
to make sure we support her. So
Yep. All right, so let's get into our main feature, which
yes, we got to stop
it
monkeying around here
stop
and
monkeying
get into
around. We
this.
gotta. I kind of went a little bananas for this one, Brian. I really like this
I
one.
was gonna,
It's a Primate from 2025, directed by Johannes Roberts, starring Johnny Sequoia as Lucy, Jess Alexander as Hannah, Troy Kotzer as Adam, Victoria Wyant as Kate, Gia Hunter as Aaron, and Benjamin Ching as Nick. A group of friends' tropical vacation turns into a terrifying primal tale of horror and survival. And I will say, going into this one, I had no clue what to expect. Although I've seen various killer monkey movies before. Let's see this. Let's go. What was there? Like Chakra was one of them.
Nick Congo, you could even say technically.
Congo to an extent. There was, what was that other one? Was there one called like I want to say like Monkey Business. There was one from the 80s. I swear. Was it
Yeah,
called
no, I know
Monkey
which one.
Business? I don't know.
No, there
Monkey
was
Shines.
what was the
It was
one?
Monkey Shines. Was it
Monkey
Monkey
Shines,
Shines?
yeah.
Monkey
Oh, and then
Shines.
was it what was the other one? There was another horror movie with the monkey too around the 80s. I can't think of it. Well,
Oh,
and then of course our favorite one that features a monkey. It's not a horror movie,
it
but
was
it's
not
Sydney
Chakra. It was Shakma. Shakma.
Shockma. Of
Yeah.
course you can't forget Sydney in Pain. Sydney Heart Hurt, but that was a comedy, um but still we can't forget it. Oh, Link, right?
Link. Yes. Link.
With
Yes.
Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
that's what it was.
Yes. Link.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my God.
yeah, it's like the killer monkey thing is not original in a
No.
way, and then it's not a negative thing. I think it's just and well, technically, I mean, yeah, Planet of the Apes too it's more sci-fi, but it does have a
Yeah.
horror slant to it. The
What
way,
was the Matthew Broderick the project? That wasn't like a horror movie. It was like Project X or something where he had to do.
yeah,
He like
I think,
he freed the monkeys from the laboratory thing.
yeah, yeah, and it's just funny because Cohn bought the other Project X on, the one about the crazy party that they have for the kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I think yeah, is the Project X? Wait a minute, why is
I
that
think it's,
not coming? I thought
was it
that
called
was.
Project X? I thought it was Project X.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
1987. Okay, yeah, with Matthew Broderick
So, yeah, I used to
and
watch that all the time.
Helen Hunt. That's right, she was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
I mean, yeah. So the monkey, and I mean, technically, if you want to like, there's sequences of movies that like in what's the one? Oh my God, Nope. Jordan Peele's Nope with that whole
yeah. Well, that
monkey.
was the most recent example of chimp horror, I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
I mean, and so it's like it's like it's weird because it's like it's such a if you think about it, based on the exact like kind of animal thing, it's like you can't make every animal the pet, and like I know like monkeys are like cute and and everyone wants and you saw the Clint Eastwood movies. Oh, it's Clyde. How cool is that? But you got to remember they are like they you don't know what could set them off. In this it's different because it's a rabies, but it's
Well, I mean,
it
you've seen like this has happened in real life. You've seen
yeah, yeah.
not even rabid monkeys. I mean, regular chimpanzees go
Right, yeah.
nuts and rip people's faces off. I must say, I will have to say this. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it up front. Like, I'm not saying this movie scared me because like horror
Yeah.
movies don't really scare me anymore. But it is rare for a movie to elicit any type of reaction in me, like of unease or like hard. It's hard to say like fear. I was like frightened of it, but like it elicited an emotional response. I guess is what I'm saying. And this movie did. I think it's because I've watched so many documentaries about chimpanzee attacks, like in real
Yeah.
life, and like people that getting like killed by these things or like horribly disfigured. Like it really felt kind of like uneasy to me, like this movie did, because I felt like this could really happen. It's almost like when you watch a like a really good serial killer horror movie or something, and you go,
Yeah.
this could happen in real life. Like this felt like it could. I mean, with some liberties, could happen in real life. Kind of. You could have a pet monkey go rogue. It's happened before, and it has
I
ripped
mean, you
people's
even hear that
faces
with
off.
dogs. People's
Yeah.
dogs or cats will go crazy. It's like and it's like that's why I think I really don't like I don't like that's why I didn't want to see this because I don't like movies where they take something that's like it's very beloved like a pet,
Yeah.
and then make them the enemy now but if you think about it, right? So you can compare it. It's not really that different of a subgenre than any person, like even like put it in human forms, right? Like, and I think I can accept this more because of I think the human thought process. But like when you have like a movie where like you're like they have a kid, they adopt a kid and the kid goes bad, or a
Yeah.
husband or a wife goes crazy and goes there's that. So that specific element of someone close to you turning on you. It is a genre that subgenre in horror that has been around forever, and it's been used multiple times. And it's and like you said, it's like I think that's where it kind of bothers me. But with animals and pets, the pets, you love to cuddle with them, and you love to, and like I can't, like I was saying, I told this to Julie after where I was watching this. I'm like, honestly, I don't think I don't know what would, like, if say Obi all of a sudden got like crazed and tried to get me. I said, like, I'll just let him eat
Yeah.
me. I can't hurt him. I would never be able to fight back
I was
against
thinking the
him.
same thing because I was like, what if this had been Mia? Like, how would
Yeah.
I just like shoot her? I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, it's
I mean, well, granted, they do like the one thing I will say about this movie it does well is very realistic in the sense the way the reactions the characters play. Like Johnny Sequoia's character, I thought did an amazing job of her going from like, this bewilderment of like what's going on to try and do everything she could to like save everyone without hurting Ben the chimp,
yeah.
and 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 the fact that like that like and then her emotion when she finally like just breaks and realizes like I can't, it's like him or
Oh yeah, we're
all of
gonna
us,
die. Yeah,
we're gonna die, I gotta do something. And just that scream she does, I mean, spoiler alert, sorry guys, but I mean, we tend
yeah.
to spoil them, and like that I was like, wow, she did a really good job in this movie. And she was really good in the Dexter First Blood series when she was in it.
Hmm.
That's where I first saw her. I thought she was really good. She was really good. And Troy Kotzer, he won for Coda, right? He won the Oscar, I think, right? He's so good because he doesn't, he obviously he's hearing impaired, so he doesn't speak, and but he still showed emotion too. And it's just like I felt like the characters were very realistic in this, like.
Yeah,
Like I felt like that, and that one usually in these horror movies, you get the characters where they'll just be like so one note and stupid throughout. I mean, you had a little bit of that with one of the friends, but again, it was like I still feel like okay, that's still kind of like there's always one in the group. It's
yeah.
like
Well, I thought it was interesting that this movie felt like it had a foot in both. Well, I say a paw in both
yeah,
worlds, a monkey paw in both worlds, because on one hand, it felt like a typical Blumhouse movie. Like you have a
yeah,
young cast, they're being stalked by a killer. In this case, it was a monkey, but you have a young cast. They're set in like this beautiful upscale mansion. There's always like this set piece mansion place that this whole thing is acting out in. That felt very Blumhousey and modern to me.
sorry, yeah,
But then you have this animal monkey thing, which is very 70s. Like the chimpanzees were all over the place and orangutan.
yeah,
Like monkeys were like a huge in the 70s for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah.
I was a little
Probably
bit
Clint
too.
Eastwood.
Yeah, I mean, but that was like a huge, like everything was monkey. I remember my grandparents had like framed pictures of chimpanzees in their house from the 60s. And I'm like, what, where did this come from?
Yeah,
But that was a big thing back then. So it kind of has this retro feel too, because and the score is very
yeah,
synthesizer based, very John Carpenter esque. So it sounds very 70s, 80s, and it uses all practical effects, which was we got to
yeah,
get that's a whole separate topic. I got to talk about that, but so you got these practical effects, the synthesizer score, this old school like monkey feel with this juxtaposed with this modern thing, and it was really cool because I could see if you went full, and I'm not disparaging Blumhouse when I say this.
yeah,
I'm depicting a certain style, but if you went full Blumhouse with this and you had a CGI monkey,
yeah,
it wouldn't have worked the same. I don't think. I think the retro elements in this are what made this work. Like
yeah,
and but it kept it from being so retro that it turned off like modern teenage audiences. Like I'm sure they love this.
yeah.
So yeah,
The one funny thing is like Julie pointed it out too, because it was funny when like we're watching it. She's like, "Why is he like the monkey all of a sudden becoming like Michael Myers? Like he's got like you figure just like if he went crazy, like right,
yeah,
like you would think he would just be like rah, 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 all over the place, just to go. He's like taunting her with the
stalking.
keys. He's
Yeah,
like playing around, walking through, making like reactions, like or like stand. Like I'm like. Okay, so why this is the part I don't understand. The thing is I bought into it anyway. Like I just like
You
whatever. That's
you
what they're
have to
doing.
yeah, you have to suspend this.
Yeah.
I mean, because like a real rabid animal would not act like this. Like it
Yes, it
just
would not be like it wouldn't know the
stalking.
different keys of the car. Like, it's
No,
like
because I'm
it was
imagining.
I mean, it was funny. I did give it did give me a chuckle when he dangled the keys. I'm like, "Oh my God, that's like serial killer stuff."
Well, I
Like,
was laughing about it because I was thinking about because he's originally bitten by a mongoose,
right,
and
yeah.
so I was thinking of like this Michael Myers esque mongoose stalking around,
I know.
around
It's like,
like
where's
taunting
that? Like,
people.
where's that Michael? Where's that mongoose? Like, where'd it go? Oh no, they threw it on. It was dead, right? Because he threw it on the
That's right.
table for
Yeah.
breakfast. But yeah, I mean, it's like, and yeah, I mean, and the kills were fantastic in this. Like,
Oh my
the
gosh,
I mean,
so
there
good.
was like, and I mean, me and the Jaw. I don't know what is. I told Julie, I said, what is with Tim and I picking movies where jaws get ripped off
I know that.
this year? That's like the
Yeah,
third one. I'm like, what the heck? And like, and then when like,
it's
when like
jaw dropping. How
it
many
is,
movies are?
yeah. God, we're just going all off on the puns, but yeah, like I mean, just like the way he like was killing people, and like, and it was just like it wasn't holding back, like it was like brutal like that, or like I will say probably one of my favorite moments that they did, and this is like where I thought it did like kind of went from that typical Blumhouse like thing, where the guy, when he faked he tried to pull the monkey off and he flipped him and the guy fell off that whole mountain on that pinnacle,
Yeah.
and yet I'm like, okay, that's just gonna end. And yet they show his head like landing directly
Yes.
and squished it. I'm
Like they
like,
showed
I'm like,
everything.
whoa! I'm like, they didn't cut away. That should have been a total cutaway moment in
Oh,
like one of these type of movies.
this was such a like if you're a gore fan, you gotta
Yeah,
love this. I mean, the body count's not like super high because of the
yeah,
situation they're in, but with the kills, but it almost makes the kills more effective because there's few of them,
yeah,
but every one is really really good.
yeah. I
And I don't know, it just
yeah. I
the
mean,
hats off to the special effects. They were
oh
great.
yeah, definitely. And there's like some parts though, it's like cheesy, but like I'll accept it. Like the part where he's like, "Let's get on the pool." He can't swim. I'm like, okay, but if he got desperate enough, he'd go in that pool. It wasn't that deep, and second of all, animals always have some sort of an instinct to stay afloat. Like he may be able to stay afloat
I
enough.
think that's why they made such a point about Rabbit being fear of water because if he's got rabies, he's not going to go
Oh,
near the
that's
water.
true. I guess they
That's
did say that.
yeah.
Yeah, they did say
I think that's
okay.
why they tried to hammer that home.
But I mean, still, I'm like, and then they were like, "Oh, he can't swim. Get in the water." And I'm like, "Well, is that really? Is he gonna consciously think of that?"
I feel
Like
like
at the
this is
time.
a very audience movie. Like when I was
Yeah,
watching it, I was like, this would have been great in a theater because I think
yeah,
people just would just have gone with it.
yeah,
I do think you do have to be a little open minded and just kind of run with it because I mean it's kind of a silly premise.
yeah.
Anyway, but the getting back to the effects, like
Oh, yeah. You
so
want to go to the effect? Yeah,
they they put they put a dude in a monkey suit
yeah,
with an animatronic face. I mean, it's amazing. Like, okay, this is what I think about this, and I was thinking about this. I was like, why is this so creepy to me? Why is this so
yeah,
creepy? Like, this should be laughable. If you think
yeah,
about it, if you look at it on paper and go, we're not using CGI for the monkey. We're going to put this little guy in a monkey's outfit, and we're just going to have him do it. And you'd be like, no, my God, don't do that. That's going to look so stupid. It
yeah,
actually works, and I think it's because we're so conditioned now to see CGI. I mean, none of it's really convincing, right? So
yeah,
even CGI. So we look at a CGI monkey like in Planet of the Apes or something, and we go, okay, I know that monkey's not real, but I think there's some part of our brain that goes, okay, monkey's not real. There's a little bit of an uncanny valley there, but it's CGI, so I know it doesn't exist. Whereas in this movie, I think you look at the monkey, you go, okay, monkey's not real. Primitive, primal part of your brain kicks in and goes, it's not real, but it's still right there. Like it's still
yeah.
physically there, and I think that makes it more uneasy for some reason. Like that monkey did not look real, but it didn't look fake either. It looked like a
Right.
real
Yeah.
weird, creepy thing. It's like it's not a monkey, but I don't know what the hell it is because it's running around and it's like climbing on stuff, and I know it's not CGI, and that's what made this movie creepy to me. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, but I think where like the choice really works with that is because as like I mean, for lack of a better word, the monkey by the end of it is so battle damaged that like if you do that with CGI, then you have to deal with the fake CGI blood dripping and all the other stuff,
Yeah.
and it never looks right. But here, like literally, you could like take on the blood onto a physical thing, and you can see it sticky and look. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Oh,
that makes it more realistic. And another thing I think they did good is they really the lighting on this movie. It was very dark a lot. Like, and I have a
yeah.
really good TV. We adjusted that. We've had finally a couple of months ago adjusted it to, like to the black levels, to right everything. So I know it was like it was intentional. And the fact that they get what was smart was they because you figure like okay well if it's in a house why don't they just run down the street and get out of there when as soon as they can, but they gave them that extra thing of having them stuck in an infinity pool no less on a
Yes.
cliff, which
Yes.
makes it even like another challenge that I would never even think, like to
Yeah.
add to that. Like I'm like, wow, that's really cool because now they're trapped. You figure in a pool where you get out on the other side, hop over the fence, get the hell out of here. Yeah, you may all not make it. He may catch one of you, but one of you would probably get somewhere. And
Yeah, no, they
and
set it up perfect. I mean, they set it up
yeah,
like they accounted for the phones. They accounted for the dad being deaf, which
yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
plays into the reason he's not responsive.
Right,
Because he doesn't hear the phone call, and then when he even shows up, he doesn't even hear the monkey
right. It's like
clambering around. So it's like there was so many things that I thought were pretty clever in this. Now, granted, they're very contrived,
yeah,
but if you're willing to go along with it, and again, like we said, have an open mind and just say, okay, this is what happened. This is where we're going to go. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I don't understand. Like Letterboxd had this under 3 stars.
yeah,
He was like 2.7. I was like, I don't know. I like this. I think it's a minimum 3 star movie. I thought it was a
yeah.
lot of fun. The gore was great. The performances were great. I mean, sure, the premise was a little silly, but I mean, my God, I thought it was so much fun.
Well, yeah, like I said, I told you I didn't want to watch it originally, and it's like it's a movie I didn't buy on Blu-ray when it came out. I didn't go to see it in the theater. I just I don't have the I like because of that whole thing. Like the way I look, me, I'm so empathetic on things.
Yeah,
Like I'll like be sad for villains in movies sometimes. When they have a backstory like this, and like here, it's like okay, you got this pet monkey you grew up with. He's cute. He's funny. I mean. And, and even in the beginning when they all get there, they're all out by the pool. He's working on his orangutan. And and it's like you knew I had to slip that one in. And they're all just like chilling, and and it's like, and there's all this like history there about this monk, and then and then he, to no fault of his own, becomes this like killer, and that's the part why like it's like while I don't see myself rewatching this, not because of the movie like the presentation of the movie because like if this was a monkey that came out of nowhere or wasn't connected to the family, I would have probably wanted to see it right away. Now, granted, it would have lost the emotional connection that kind of kept me watching this at the same time, and it did elicit that. Like you said, it doesn't elicit
yeah,
an emotion. That what it did to me because all I could think of is like, oh my god, I can't imagine if like Obi got rabies or turned into this bloodthirsty creature that I mean. Granted, if I have a treat in his hand and he's hungry, I can't my finger. And he's one time I tried to get a chicken bone out of his mouth, and like I came off all bloody because I could not get it out, and he chomped down on what he thought was the bone was my finger. But like I like told Julie right away. I said, you know what? Honestly, this was Obi. I'd let him eat me. I'd try and get away, but I'd let him eat me if I had to.
yeah.
I can't hurt him. I can't ever intentionally hurt him, no matter what he did. Um, so it's like I think that's the part why I didn't want to see it in the grid. But I will say, just looking at it as a pure film, it's like really well done, and like I can't like bash on it for my own things with it. Like I have to give it the credit it deserves of it being really well acted, great practical effects and gore, really good shots, great score. Like they managed to cover all the what ifs kind of a thing, and they even made it a little silly to the point, but like by that point you're so invested in it, the silly things like the keys and the way he's stalking things and the the
Yeah.
drunk guys that came over, and like their goofiness. It didn't ever take away from the movie. Like none of the things that they did took away from a movie where I've seen similar things take away from a movie. They did it. They just managed to do it really well.
Well, and this director he did one of the VHS 99 segments, but he also did 47 meters down uncaged,
Oh,
which
I
if you
like that
which you
one.
and I
Yeah,
really like that one. I said that's
yeah,
perfectly like the minute I saw that he did that particular 47 meters down movie, I was like, okay, this is right in his wheelhouse.
yeah,
This felt like a killer shark movie. It just happened to be on land with a monkey instead of a shark. I mean, it follows the same formula as these movies. It was just like Brian said, it was just very well done.
yeah.
So if you like that kind of thing, I mean, I thought it was fun, and it very has a very much like a Cujo vibe to it. And
Oh, yeah, very.
I think in the trivia they even mentioned something about Cujo, so they were very aware of Cujo.
With the
Whoever made
car
this movie,
scene when she's trapped in the car, that
yeah,
had
I
to have been a
mean,
nod to
yeah,
Cujo a
there's
little
a
bit.
yeah. So if
Yeah.
you like Cujo, there's a lot to recommend here. But
An
yeah,
injured younger kid, it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I liked. I mean, I even like the fact that they finally bring these two strangers in just to give a higher body count.
yeah.
I thought that was like I was like, hey, what's gonna happen? Like, there's not enough people to kill here,
Yeah.
and then they like bring two people in. I'm like, yes, they're
And
gone.
and I told Julie, I said when they walked in, I'm like, because she was kind of like half watching it with me, and I said, okay, if there's ever been a character that is gonna get or like so primed to be just killed, it's these guys. Like I said, that's their whole role is to
Yes,
come in to do something stupid, act like morons, and then get killed.
yes. Oh my
It's
gosh.
like, but you know what?
Um,
That's fine. It's like they managed to hit a lot of like horror points. That like you're
it was
right.
a
It
crowd
probably would have been
pleaser.
great in the theater.
It was a crowd pleaser. It
Yeah,
was made to be a crowd pleaser. I have
yeah,
no doubt. So yeah. Anyway, so I recommend it. Check this one out. What is it?
yes.
What streaming service is it on? I forget. I think it's
Paramount
Paramount.
Plus.
Paramount
Yeah,
Plus. So yeah, you
yeah,
guys check it out. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So Brian, what did we have for our beer pairing? I always
yeah.
laugh at these when I see
I know.
these.
Well, I found one. It was called Primate Pilsner. It's from Lakeman Brewing in Waikato, New Zealand. Now, I usually try. I know in the past I've tried to get beers that are like located here that are easy to
Yeah.
get for us. But this was too good to not get. But and especially the description, it says, "Get your opposable thumb around our crisp New World style pilsner, straw and color of light malt character with lemon citrus notes, Pacific Jade hops, providing a soft bitter finish." And it says a great match for fish and chips on a Friday night. So
That's perfect.
it worked well. It worked well.
All right.
So
I'm
I think you're
excited
gonna
about
like
this.
our final segment one. Yeah.
I love this final segment. Okay,
Yeah.
this is our fan topic food. There's supposedly a sequel in the works. If you were given the monkeys to it, what would your vision be? Brian, this practically writes itself. I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing as I am. Okay, this is what you do. And like the minute I saw this question, I had the fully formed movie all already in my mind.
Nice.
Number one, you call it primates with an S,
Oh,
but the
yes,
S
there
is
you
a
go.
two. The S
I
is a
like it.
two.
I like it. You're
Right? So now it's primates. What happens is Ben, the chimpanzee from the original movie, which we don't know that he's dead. Spoiler
no,
alert.
and that was how they teased the possible sequel
Yeah,
because they started putting missing posters up
right. So
like on
he
social media.
escapes. He attacks more monkeys, at least one other monkey. Now
Okay.
you have at least two, if not, I would actually go. I would probably go more than two. I would just.
Yeah.
I like to say he infects the whole freaking zoo. And now you have multiple monkeys like terrorizing
Oh, I
this
like it.
this city or this village or whatever. And because you have to go bigger, right? It's a sequel. You have to go bigger and
Yeah.
better. So now you've got multiple bins, and he's kind of. I mean, I guess at this point you're straying a little into Planet of the Apes territory. Granted,
Yeah.
you'd have to be careful walking that line because you don't want to go. You don't want to be a Planet of the Apes clone. There's been tons of
Right.
those movies already. So, but yeah, I could see definitely. You got to call it primates with the two though. If
Yeah.
that is not done, then I'm going to be highly upset.
I just hope they make it so they keep making sequels so you can get up to the eighth one and just say Prime 8 with the
Yes.
number. Yes. Like,
Yes.
but that's just
Uh,
yeah. I mean, but so it's way better than my idea. Okay, mine's probably silly. I my vision is wherever they're on this island. It's small, right? They're on Hawaii
yeah.
somewhere, okay? Because they make a line that says, "Oh,
Yeah.
we
They're
don't
in
have
Hawaii.
rabies on Hawaii." So, did they ever? Did I maybe miss it? Did they ever, when she said, "I'm going to redo the test," did they ever get the results of that other test, that second test she did? Because maybe it turns out it's not rabies
I don't
in the
think
end.
so. I don't remember that. No.
Because I don't know if that was a drop plot point or they knew they wanted a sequel, so they left that ambiguous. But remember,
Well,
she
because
says, "Oh, you said you remembered?"
no, but what you say that made me think of that because they did not ever confirm it was rabies,
Right.
and there's hints that it's not rabies because A,
Right.
he acts intelligent, and
Yeah.
B, rabies doesn't really like probably would have killed him like
Yeah, I don't think.
it'd been a way quicker. But what I think, and this was one of my possible sequel ideas, but I didn't go there because it was so far fetched. But it was
eh,
going to be like Planet of the Apes style, where whatever this
Oh.
thing gave him makes him smarter.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of where I was going, like a little bit,
Yeah.
like not that part, but this is so kind of it's like a half joke, half kind of stupid, but kind of like I was gonna go the Halloween 2 route where because it's Hawaii and it's so small, the vet hospital's the same building as the regular hospital, and the two sisters are in the hospital and they have the ape down
Oh,
there and escape, so it's like running rampant in the hospital, like Halloween
yeah.
2 where it's going on. But that's I think also where but at that point they realize like somewhere mid film when they think it's just rabies, they're treating the girls for rabies and they realize something else is happening to them. And they can't figure out is when they realize you get that call. They said it's not rabies, it's this, and whatever this is makes the also like them start to go a little insane. But it's not rabies, so it's like something else. Whatever they got bit with, they start kind of going. Because remember, if you think about it, when Johnny Sequoia's character, I think she got scratched, right? The other girl got like legit like
You
bit, like in her
legit
leg.
bet,
But
yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, Johnny Sequoia's character, she got either scratched or something, so she could be infected just the same. And remember her rage at the end when she finally had it? Like, to me, I'm like, maybe she's got like super rage, and maybe they find out the younger
Ooh.
daughter is immune or something. So I think they could kind of go really like next level with this if they want. But I figure they'd have to make it like, and I love your idea, but like I think what made it work is the confinement in this one.
Yeah.
So like maybe the hospital is like really like it's short staffed and it's in there and they only have a couple, and it's like
We
this
could
thing is
combine the
running loose.
two. Yeah,
Yeah, like
we could definitely combine the two because I think that would work. We just use your setting of the
yeah,
hospital, but we have multiple monkeys infected, or even
yeah,
one of the people infected.
yeah. Somehow we'd have to throw in a line like Ben in pain, Ben
Yeah.
heart hurt, but like and I don't know how it's not going to speak,
And then
but
we also got to get up to Primate 4 for orangutan
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because that's
I
when
mean
they
we could,
introduced them. That's when they introduced the new monkey species.
yeah, no, I mean because it's got to really like like gotta exploit it at some point because more after the second or third one, it's gonna be should the third one be called Monk 3? Like it's just
Or yeah, Primate 3 Threesus? The Rhesus
yeah, what
Rhesus
do you call
Threesus
yeah, I know.
monkeys? I don't know. I don't
I
know.
just don't I don't think we could ever like this is one franchise I don't think it could ever go into space. I just don't think that would work. But
Wasn't
it's
there a
like I
monkey in space in real life?
yeah, well the real one, that's why it's like it's not the same thing. It's not as funny, but like it'd be
Yeah.
cool if it was like this weird like weird shared universe and like it became like you saw him like go after like some other monkey and like he escapes and then you notice on the thing on the cage it says bubbles and it's Michael Jackson's chimp that like escaped and like was fine.
Oh.
And he did some weird joke shared universe or something. I don't know. I think he could go really fun with this,
Yeah.
but I think that a sequel could work really well if they play on that ambiguity of that not rabies thing. Because you're
No,
right,
I'm glad you said that because I'm convinced it's not rabies. I'm like
yeah,
absolutely convinced.
because it was weird when they said that. They said, "Okay," when he says, "We don't have rabies on this island." He says, "Okay, I'll run the test." She's like, "Well, thank you for your," it's a little sarcastic, but I'll run the
Yeah.
test again. And I'm waiting for them to find out the results of this test, like, and find out it's something crazy, and they never touch on it. Like, so I'm wondering if they have the sequel already planned or some kind of like they
Oh,
already know what they're gonna go to the next thing.
yeah.
Like,
I love
you
that because
never.
I'm excited for a sequel to this.
Yeah. I mean, he did take a batter and I said, "Oh, he's not dead." And then he came back alive and then he got killed
Yeah.
again. But I'm like wondering maybe whatever bit him has some kind of regenerative properties and it's hard to kill it. You
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 can
could
do
go
whatever you
endless in
want.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this could be
So
like a zombie thing. Like it could be like 28 days later, which that started in
yeah.
monkeys too, right? So
20,
you
28 later. 20 apes later. That was it. There you go. We got it.
20 apes.
28 days later. Yeah, there's it. 28 days later. There you go. We're right there.
So
See, like the
stupid.
best ideas we have come from this literally live on this podcast.
Oh my
So
god, yeah. Anyway, you guys check this one out. It's a lot of fun.
yeah.
As
No,
you can
yeah.
tell from our laughter.
Yeah, no, honestly, I my problems with it are not anything to do with the movie. It's my own like mental thing where I can't. I just I like I it emotionally affects me too much when a beloved pet becomes.
Even when the pet's not real, though.
Yeah,
I
even
mean,
when it's not
obviously it's a
real.
monkey. I
I
mean,
know.
obviously,
Yeah, even yeah. I even feel bad when like like you see movies where like people have like a herd of cattle and they have to like cull them or the birds or something, anything like that where it's like not the animal's fault and it
yeah.
has to suffer. I can't. I'm just too much of an animal lover. It's like I mean I don't I try not to even kill spiders. Like I will try and like lead them outside
Well,
like
I'm the
they're
same way with
sprinting.
that. Like, I don't kill
Yeah.
spider. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I mean the only way I'll kill insects are one, if it's so big that it could like start to really seriously hamper my living style, or if it jumps and surprises me and startles it, my initial reaction is go, "Oh my god!" and I like
Yeah.
slap, like, or it's like a really an invasive species and it's better for everybody, like like, and God forbid if I see a tick near Obi, those are hard to kill. I'll burn that thing with a flamethrower if I have to. But yeah, 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 no, I would definitely recommend this movie as a horror movie. It's like really good, and it was way better than I enjoyed it way better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
So definitely will recommend it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you back here next week. Take care and stay away from them monkeys.
See ya.